and welcome to another episode of Face to Face with Doug Schoon. I'm your host, Doug Schoon. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode. Well, this week's episode is a bit unusual. Rather than answer questions submitted by viewers, I'd like to use our time together to tell you about an important safety concern that I want to share with you about the risk of ingesting essential oils and some of the myths surrounding this potentially risky practice. Of course, I'll return next week with 4 questions from viewers, and as always, you can submit your questions or topics for discussion to DougSchoonsBrain@gmail.com. So let's get started. I started a discussion on my Facebook page a few weeks ago that exploded into controversy. I'm no stranger to controversy, given that I'm well-known, opinionated, and outspoken. That usually draws fire from those who disagree, which I'm completely okay with. But I was surprised by the intensity of the discussion. One person even demanded that I retract my statements, and another challenged my educational credentials, which I'm also okay with. I don't mind. It goes with the territory when you're opinionated. But what surprised me was the topic that started this controversy: essential oils. Now, I know there are plenty of myths and misinformation about essential oils, but I underestimated the passion of those who defend some of these myths. Don't get me wrong, I love essential oils. I was a very early adopter of the use of essential oils in products that I've developed for use in salons and spas, as well as for retail use products. I'm fascinated by their composition, properties, and great potential. But until recently, I was not fully aware that so many have begun to ingest these oils for their so-called therapeutic benefits. Scanning the internet, I was a bit surprised to find so many were promoting the ingestion of essential oils, usually to cure a medical ailment or as a preventative of a disease or a disorder. Even more bothersome was that many people were being encouraged and assisted with self-diagnosis of their own medical conditions and encouraged to treat their disorders by ingesting essential oils. As a scientist in the cosmetic, beauty, and personal care industry, I'm really concerned about the lack of proper safety information and precautions when it comes to ingesting essential oils. Why? First, let's be clear. Aromatherapy oils are cosmetics and are not food, so they should never be intentionally ingested. Now, even those who claim to be properly trained admit the practice of ingesting essential oils can be potentially dangerous without the proper training. But you wouldn't know that by reading what's posted on the internet by those who are promoting essential oils and suggesting improvements or cures for many conditions, ailments, and disorders. Even those who are trained and only use the therapeutic grade essential oils, claiming to be safe for internal use, they'll tell you that essential oils not labeled as therapeutic may be unsafe to ingest. So it seems to me that just about everyone is expressing some type of concern about the safety of this practice, including me.